How did a tiny club with no history suddenly reach a national cup final, then vanish completely within a year? Have you ever seen a fairy tale play out in real life? You know, the kind where an underdog rises from nothing to become a champion? Well, in the world of football, this actually happened. But not in the way you'd expect. In 2006, a Scottish club called Gretna made it to the Scottish Cup final. But here's the twist. Just 4 years earlier, they were an unknown team in the lowest division of Scottish football. So how did they climb to the top so quickly? Well, it all came down to one man, a very rich man named Brooks Milson. He was a property developer who made a fortune selling timeshare holidays. But he had a bit of an eccentric streak. For example, he liked to hire killer whales to perform at his parties. But he also had a soft spot for his local football club, Gretna. So in 2002, he started bankrolling them. He lavished the team with money, hiring a celebrity chef to cook for the players, and even putting up a helicopter to give them a lift to away games. And it worked. Gretna went from the bottom of the Scottish football pyramid to the top in just 2 seasons. They were now playing in the Scottish Premier League and were even in line for a European spot. But then Milson fell ill with cancer, and the club's fairy tale came crashing down. Within a year, Gretna were back in the bottom division, and in 2009, the club was dissolved and wound up in the Scottish Football League. Now, this rapid rise and fall made people suspicious. Could this be the biggest scandal in football history? Did Gretna just invent a fairy tale to con the world? Well, here's what we know. Gretna's accounts were a mess. They didn't keep proper records of their finances, and they didn't even have a full-time accountant. Also, Brooks Milson was never officially a member of the club, which meant that he didn't have to declare his massive donations to the club, which were probably illegal. So was Gretna too good to be true? Was it a football illusion built on very unstable ground? Maybe. But here's the thing. Even if Gretna were a fairy tale, it doesn't change the fact that thousands of people fell in love with this team. They followed them home and away, sang their songs, and made their scarves. So to all the romantics out there who believe in fairy tales, I say this: keep believing, because who knows? Maybe one day your team will win the cup too. That's all for today. See you next time.